I don't know, man. Guys, were y'all able to watch that Christmas game with the Mavs and the Lakers? Were y'all able to watch that? I know this might be a hot take, but I feel like Dennis Schroder. Bro, I've heard people say Dennis Schroder, Dennis Schroder. I don't know how do you say his name, guys, but I feel like he is the actual MVP for this season's Lakers. He is a problem, guys. Yes, you lost Rondo. Rondo, he always secured you a good possession. That was that possession, that leadership, that steadying the ship when things are going crazy. That's what Rondo gave to you. You lose that. But when you bring in my man DS, my man was out there making things happen on the court. He is, bro. I didn't know too much about him coming into this. All I heard was everything that the media was saying. He was runner up for sixth man of the year. He was good. Like that's what all they was saying. I didn't know too much about him. Watching him for the last two games, bro, this man can create his shot like nothing I've seen before on the Lakers squad the last couple years. This is what they need because of course you got LeBron, you got AD. Those are two proven. Okay, we need a bucket. We can go to these people. Now, when you're saying who else do you have? You have THT, which everyone gassed up, which we're not gonna see too much with him until probably mid season. He's time to develop in actual NBA games. He's gonna be fighting for minutes. We don't know what he's gonna give you, but he does have that skill set as well, just on a lower degree, an unproven degree. But you got LeBron, you got AD. Aside from that, who do you think that you have? Dennis is, man, he was causing havoc last night, man. He was out here doing big things. So you know for sure you have Dennis, Bron, AD. Caruso has proven to me over the last couple of years that he can get his own shot. Now his more push come to shove, you need someone to get a shot. He's he can make something happen with that. He can boogie with it. So you got three dudes who are proven that they can get their own shot at any time, period, any time in the game. And then you got Caruso that you can depend on him if push comes to shove. And then you got a whole bunch of just rim rollers, a whole bunch of dudes that just spot up, hit open shots. Caruso is a really good guy that can hit those just set shots as well. But the variety that this Lakers team gives, it's crazy, man. The Mavericks, like through like three quarters, you felt like the Mavericks was really balling, but they was giving everything that they had just to kind of just stay in the fight with the Lakers. The Lakers, I feel like they're just too deep, man. Let's scroll down and see what this box score looking like. Bron 22, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Bron, AD, of course, they're gonna give you what they're gonna give you. Gasol, I like what I saw out of Gasol, man. Like I feel like Gasol, he's not gonna against the elite centers. He's not going to win his matchup, but he's not going to get sunned either, which is the most important thing. He is going to compete. He's not going to just back down, get ran through by your Embiids, by your Jokic. He's going to fight. He's going to get beat, but he's going to fight, and that's all you can ask for against these elite level centers. But of course, you still got AD coming weak side if need be to help as well. So I like what I see from Gasol. KCP's out here doing KCP things, which is good. If he can get you just around this 14-point mark, anywhere between like 10 and like 16, 17 on an average night, that's all you can ask for. He's doing his job, man. He was hitting some good open shots. As long as his shot falls, as long as he's a support player for these Lakers. If his shots falling, they're gonna be tough to handle, no matter how good the other team is. Kuzma's in the perfect situation because Kuzma on any given day can be your third best player behind LeBron and AD. But then he's in a situation where he's not asked to be that guy consistently. If out of, let's say, this season projected to be a full 82 game season, if Kuzma's your third best player, like 7 games, I feel like you're happy for that. You're happy with that production right now because you still got you got your Schroder, you got your Montrez, you got your Alex Caruso's of the world, THT, like I said, still is improving. But if Kyle Kuzma can just bubble to that third spot a couple of games a season and just ball out, score over 20 for those couple of games, now you're cooking, man. Now you're cooking, and I feel like he's one of those guys that in the biggest moments he's gonna flame out a lot, but randomly he's just gonna put up a crazy game, which is gonna be a crazy game that you're gonna need out of him just out of nowhere. So this team is extremely deep. Dennis Schroder is, I feel like he's the MVP of this team because he starts for them, but what I saw from last night, he gets a lot of his burn with the second unit, and with that second unit, he is just has the ultimate green light. He was just blowing by people, taking people off the bounce, a whole bunch of slashing when he didn't have the ball, and it's just causing havoc for the defense. And I feel like he's gonna get those starter minutes, but he's gonna have a good bulk of his minutes with that second unit where he is just the man with the ball. He runs the show, and a lot of big things could happen with that. Man, I feel like this team is, I don't know if it's better than last year's team. It's different, but I feel like they're more set up to compete with whoever comes out of the East that has, I don't know how do I break this down, man. I feel like they're deeper than the Clippers, in my opinion. I feel like this lineup right here, once it matures together a little bit more work with Gasol, a little bit more work with LeBron and Harrell, how they rim roll, how they play off of each other. Once they get that handled, I don't feel like the Clippers will be able to stick with the starting unit, let alone the bench unit. I feel like Schroder and the Caruso, they kind of back up Lou Will in a corner a little bit. Lou Will can only do so much, so I feel like they come out the East, handling pretty much everyone in the East. They have a lineup for everyone in the lineup for everyone in the West. But whoever comes out the East, whether it be Philly or Boston, those type of teams, that's what I feel like your Dennis Schroder is going to play a huge factor in those type of games, because I feel like his ability, from what I saw, to take people off the bounce will put a whole lot of pressure on like your Embiid if they play the 76ers. Embiid is going to have to stick with that basket, and they can do a 5-out lineup and just have him slashing. Then once Embiid comes and commits, you can have your rim roller with Montrezl Harrell, just an easy scoop and score. You can kick it out, especially if guys like KCP are hitting shots. Alex Caruso can hit shots. Man, I feel like Dennis Schroder makes a lot of that happen. And I just feel like it's going to be a whole lot for every single team, and no matter what situation to handle. And he is the unsung hero of this team.